Bristol Rovers at home. Mark, obviously it's a work in progress with the new boys, but how much confidence can you and they take from a winning start?
Yeah, it was a big thing. We needed to win anyway, with whoever would have played for us, new faces or not. But they settled in well. They did exactly what I thought they would do, and they gave us a little bit of a lift. The boys responded as well, who were selected, and everyone put in a good performance. It was just a shame we didn't see out a clean sheet, and a shame we didn't put the game to bed a lot quicker, because I thought we played some really good stuff, created lots of good chances. Just got to be a little bit more ruthless, but no, pleasing start, and the first one of the 18 games ticked off, and 3 points towards where we want to get to.
And how much work can you put in between now and Bristol Rovers?
We'll just touch on a few things that we saw, a few things that we can improve on. But it'll just be a prep day, just making sure that the lads are ready for it, know the bits that they need to know about Bristol Rovers, and just try and do more of the same from Saturday.
Back into the top three, that must be pleasing. Just, it gives everyone a lift.
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, I've said over the last couple of months, we haven't really got a head of steam up yet, and we're up there fighting. So pleasing that we've gone back into the top three, but no more than that. We just want to tick games off, keep winning games, and get as high as we can.
You were due to speak to Marlon, I believe, yesterday. How's his sort of mental state?
I haven't spoke to him. We had a bit of a text message. He's coming in this morning. We'll have a chat, and he's going to train with us. And we'll take it from there. He's our player right now, and although he wasn't involved at the weekend, he'll be involved tomorrow.
And he is a cool customer, isn't he? Let's be fair. He's young, but he's quite mature for his
age. He's very mature. He was the one who, I offered him the chance to do a couple more days, but no, he wants to be involved straight away, and that'd be handy.
Is Luke Rooney still training with you?
Luke, I believe, could be in this morning, hopefully. We'll just see where we go with that one. I've got to speak to Swindon. We haven't been able to make contact yet, so he'll be in this morning with a view to just keep training with us. But again, we'll wait. We'll see where we go with it over the next couple of days.
Bristol Rovers improving under John Warden. Of course, a manager you and a lot of people at this club know very well.
Got rid of me, yeah. So not that I hold any grudges.
I wasn't going to mention
that. No, I'm only joking. John's. I speak to John a lot. I see him around a lot. He's a very good manager. He's done wonders at this club in the past. His side at the moment is very, very much on the up. They're very organised, very disciplined, like a typical John Ward side. But they carry a big threat in wide areas and up front, and they've got loads of energy. It's going to be a really tough game. They're going to be backed by a vociferous away support. They're going to be making noise. They're going to try and intimidate us, and I need the players to respond to that. I need the supporters to respond to that. They've run 3 out of 3, scored 8 goals, and it's going to be a tough game.
You mentioned the words there, typical John Ward side. Does your knowledge of how he works help in any way?
I say typical. John, I think, like all good managers, tries to get teams organised, and that's certainly how it's appeared over the last few games. In particular, they're top of the form chart. It would have been perhaps better if we'd have played them 5 weeks ago when the fixture should have been happening. But like I say, we're buoyed by new arrivals. They're buoyed by their recent results. It should be a good game.
You mentioned after Saturday what a leader Alan Bennett had been. Is there a sort of a gap now for someone in the dressing room to step up? Because you have got potential leaders in there, haven't you?
I thought all 3 players who came in sort of gave their own little performance in that one. I thought Michael Yates, for such a young player, displayed great leadership qualities at the back, organised us. Jason Taylor, I had earache just listening to him on a pitch. He was infectious, just what I needed, and I thought Benson led the line very well with Sean Harrod. So you want leaders out there, you want captains out there, and they all might be slightly different, but I'm sure that those 3 and others. I thought others stepped up markedly on Saturday. I thought Keith Lowe was exceptional. I thought Sido had his best game for a little while. Mo had his best game for a while. Jermaine was a constant threat, and I thought Russ Penn looked more assured than I've seen him for a long time. And that only showed with a couple of shots that he got on target, which is a good start for him.
injuries? How's Billy Jones's thigh?
He'll be fine. He should be training this morning. We'll see where we go. And he could be back in.
Finally, just a word on Keith. Another goal for him. What's made a difference this season? Because he is getting into the box, he is getting on the end of opportunities, and he's taking them.
Maybe he's a wounded animal. He's been in and out, and I've sort of picked Sido ahead of him at times, and picked Benno ahead of him at times when he perhaps thought he should have been playing, and he wants to prove me wrong. And if as long as he performs like he did, like he has done pretty much all season, I don't see him being ousted from the team. I thought he was great the other day. I think that desire to score a goal, he's got his movement's pretty good, but he just wants to attack the ball. And I mean, he scored Saturday. He could have scored 10 minutes before that with a header. And he's a good little weapon to have. But he's, like I say, he's pretty much been doing that all season.
Thank you. Good luck.
Mark, on the captaincy, will Russ keep it?
Russ will keep it
for the rest of the season.
As long as he's in the team, he'll keep it. Yeah.
But good to have some different contenders.
Yeah, like I said, I thought all three new boys led their own little departments within the team. Tails and Russ being right in the thick of it, I thought they really showed what we were about. They handled their three very well. They pressed at the right time. They were they were more dominant than their three midfield players. At times we've looked at the DVD this morning as staff, and really pleased with the shape that we had, the discipline that we had. The two wide players getting into and getting out when we needed, and we can still lots to improve on. But the basic shape, considering we hadn't really, we did a little work on the back six because I didn't know quite where I was going with a couple of them. I thought they all showed their knowledge of the game was good, and their understanding of what we were after was good, and they put it into practice well. Yeah,
Mo hasn't really had looking with set pieces this season due to Billy obviously setting a few up and Marlon, but they were decent.
Mo's set pieces were excellent. Yeah, it was a dilemma on Saturday before the game who was going to take set pieces, but Mo's a good striker of a ball, and it's sometimes just get on with it, and we attack the ball in the right, put the ball in the right areas. If we attack it, we got some size and some power, and we can score goals.
Yeah, I'm sure you're glad things have calmed down a bit after the madness of last week. Just the Marlon situation to resolve. How long do you now leave it before you start, the next project of keeping who you want or chatting to the players you want to keep next season?
Yeah, that'll happen. Listen, all I want to do at the moment right now is we've got Saturday, Tuesday, and then we have a little breather before Aldershot, and then I think we're back into Saturday, Tuesdays the following one after Accrington. They would have a little space between. In the lead up to the Aldershot and the week after, where I'll sit down with a couple of people, with the chairman, and just see what his thoughts are on a couple of things. But no rush, we've got plenty of time. I think the first and foremost, our focus now has to be on winning football matches on a consistent basis. If we can do that, we can put ourselves in a great position.
Yeah, there's a lot of clubs in and around the playoff area, but a bit of a gap between you and you got your sights on the top two now, closing that gap on Gillingham and Port Vale.
I've got my sights on beating Bristol Rovers tomorrow, and that is going to be really tough. They're in a rich reign of form, and it's going to be a really tough local derby, and that is all I am concentrating on right now.
Yeah. Cheers, Mark.
All right.